What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to more Invictus. Today is Anvil Day, running for the next 2 days from the 23rd to the 24th. And it's probably my second favorite day. As much as I'm like, yeah, I'm an Aegis fanboy, I do like my Anvil ships too. I do like me a Hornet. I'm not gonna lie. But I also bought a 600i today. I CCU'd from my 600i. Or not, no, I'm a 600i. I just realized it's at 600i again. I CCU'd my 600i to an M2 and then to a Carrack today. I now own a Carrack and I called it the One Nut Expanse. And I'm actually going to do a video on the Carrack here in a little bit too, because I don't think I've actually done a showcase on everybody's favorite exploration ship. And I bought it for one reason and one reason only, that top hanger for my Fury. So let's head down and check out Anvil Aerospace Day. There we go. Now the elevators are opening. The elevators have been finicky for me today. And let's hope we don't run into any big frame hiccups, because oh my god, Aegis Day was driving me absolutely insane. Anvil Aerospace, brother. Anvil's got some great... Oh, it's already starting. Oh my god. But Anvil Aerospace has got some great ships. And right there, you can see the big boy. Right freaking there, brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, obviously, we have the Carrack right there. So, we have the Carrack, Gladiator, Arrow, both C8 and a Terrapin. Oh, and the Hawk up here. And then to the left, we have the Valkyrie and all the Hornets with the Hurricane and the F8 Lightning. Oh, downstairs, we also have the Anvil Spartan, Centurion, and the Ballista. And then we also have the Crucible, Legionnaire, and the Liberator on the hollow tables. Man, Anvil's got a lot today. Ooh, I thought Aegis had more. But let's start things off with the best starter ship in the game. I don't care what anybody says. I probably said that for multiple different ships, but I actually, I'm not even kidding. 100%, I mean it for the Pisces. This is the Anvil C8X Pisces Expedition. It is the best starter ship in the game because you can spawn it at ground pads. It's got SCU. It's got 4 guns. And honestly, it's cheap. And it's fast and it's nimble. I don't care. It's better than the Titan. It's better than the Cutter. It's better than every other starter ship in the game. I don't care what anybody says. It is. So, I also want to point out, since we are looking at the Pisces, that if you go in here, so, okay, you see this, all this empty space with the standard Pisces here, right? Okay. And you go to the C8R medical Pisces. You got this door here. Alright, you see that the medical bed, and you have a little like table and stuff with your medical stuff, and then you have your digital assistant here, and you got a jump seat here, right? Okay. So C8R Pisces, awesome for medical gameplay, but see where all that stuff is laid out. Now you go in here and you see all that empty space on the C8X. Put a regular bed to log in and out in here. Put a kitchenette here, and then change the digital combat assistant with like a toilet shower combo. And keep that jump seat here. Boom. Starter ship that you can live in with 4 guns. And a rear ramp. You know, it'll make it a little bit better. It will definitely make it better than the Titan. It's faster, it's nimble, and it's got all that stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, right there. The Pisces has so much potential. CIG, listen to me. So, yeah, this is also the medical Pisces. This is the C8R Pisces. It's the one that came out during IAE. And it's a great addition to the verse with beginning medical gameplay. It's a great thing to pair with the Carrack along. I mean, both Pisces are great to pair with the Carrack. I mean, hell, you get a Pisces with the Carrack, for Christ's sake. So, that is that. The Pisces are great ships. Some of my favorite ships in the game, even though I don't always own one, and I really should. So, I will probably be investing in another Pisces here soon and actually keeping it. Here is the most underrated light fighter in the game next to the Buccaneer. This is the Anvil Hawk. The Anvil Hawk is a ton of fun to fly. Yeah, it's not as nimble as your Aero or your Gladius. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of made of paper. You know, it doesn't have as much hull HP, or doesn't seem like it at least. But it's got 6 freaking guns, dude. It's got 4 size 2s and 2 size 1s on it. It's got 6 guns, and it's got an EMP, and it's fast in a straight line. I'm gonna tell you again, people need to stop looking at or comparing all these ships so detrimentally, if that's the right word, and like stop thinking about some of the issues. All these ships are going to maneuver or play differently, otherwise you're gonna just have the same ship with different looks to it. You know, they have to have differences to it. And to be completely honest with you, it not being as nimble or maneuverable with like roll or pitch yaw or whatever, like, does that, like, come on, stop looking at differences. Oh, it's not as good as the Aero, I'm not going to use it. Don't say that. This is a great ship to fly, and if you enjoy EMPs, it's awesome. Plus, like, let's say you only have one ship and you want to be a combat ship, right? But you still want to log in and out. You can, this prisoner pod right here, you can enter this prisoner pod and log out there. So boom, you can log out in space in your Hawk. And I have never been locked in there. People said, oh, you can get locked in there. I've never been locked in there. But like, it's the most underrated light fighter in the game, and honestly, it needs some love. It needs to have its spot in the meta. Honestly, no, Star Citizen should not have a meta in general. All these ships are supposed to be different for a reason. So, and to be completely honest with you, it's got a great animation to get in and out of. It's got an ejection feature. It's got a great look to the cockpit. Yeah, it's not the best with visibility or whatever, but you have all your MFDs right here. You have a small little window that you can see under here, and then, I mean, you still got all this. The struts could be more narrow, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's got a cool cockpit, dude. I love this damn thing. I can't tell you how much I love the Hawk. I don't fly it enough. It is the most underrated light fighter game, and it needs some love. So I'm gonna stop ranting about that. Fly the Hawk. I'm serious. Fly the Hawk. Just do it. Here is a ship that really, really needs its game loop. And honestly, I think it's a great bunker runner. I actually like this ship. I don't fly it, but I like the way it looks, and I like the interior of it. This is the Anvil Terrapin. This is supposed to be like a, almost, I think, kind of like an AWACS kind of ship. But, you know, you have your pilot seat here. And you have like this, like, what kind of seat is this? The support station. So it's like an AWACS or whatever. You got a bed here, and you got a toilet here. I would turn everything on, but it's just a cool looking ship, dude. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it's got cool VTOL thrusters. These are, all the thrusters are VTOL. It's got a nice view from the cockpit. It's a cool little ship that, unfortunately, you just can't really do much with it right now. And I believe the Gladiator's over here. Yep, okay. Let me turn around here really fast. So over here, this is the Anvil Gladiator. In my opinion, this is what... this is the answer to Aegis's Harbinger. And in my opinion, I haven't flown in a while. Since the video I've done on the Gladiator, I have not flown this thing. And I find the Gladiator very, very, very disappointing for what it is. It's slow. So it's smaller than the Harbinger, like that Vanguard Harbinger. It's smaller than the Vanguard Harbinger. It's slower than the Vanguard. It's less maneuverable than the Vanguard. And yeah, you get one more torpedo out of it, but that's about it. I just don't understand how the smaller ship, yeah, it's got more of a missile payload, because I think you have, what, 8 size 2s, and then you have 4 size 5 torpedoes. But if it's a smaller ship, it should at least be faster, you know, or at least match its speed. And I'm sure if you put a gunner in there, you can actually really do some damage, because the pilot's got control of the 2 weapons underneath the wings and the missiles and the torpedoes, and you have a manned turret up here, which I've actually never been in that manned turret. Is there a seat to get into it? Like, how do I get into that turret? I genuinely do not know. Regardless, I just find it disappointing. And the Gladiator needs some love, because it's a cool looking ship. I ever since I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, this thing looks so cool. But it just needs love, and it doesn't get it. So honestly, I think it should have some buffs to its maneuverability and some speed, and I actually think this ship could be very, very viable, especially having that one extra size 5 torpedo than the Harbinger does. But as of right now, I'll take the Harbinger any day, because I got more pilot DPS, it's faster, it's more maneuverable, and I can live in it because it's got a bed and everything. So sorry, Gladiator, you still kind of disappoint me, and that's fine. That's fine. If you like the Gladiator, fly the Gladiator. I'm not saying don't. That's just my overall opinion. Here is the most overrated light fighter in the game. The Anvil Arrow. Now, actually, I do prefer the Arrow over the Gladius because of its atmospheric flight capabilities. But everybody praises the Arrow. Everybody does. Everybody praises the Gladius. Everybody praises the Arrow. And I understand why. They're very, 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 very good ships for what they are. That's why they're considered the meta light fighters, but everybody flies them. And to be honest with you, I'm sick of freaking seeing them. That's just me. Great ships, fun ships to fly. I still fly the Arrow every so often. It's not my first choice because everybody flies it. I don't care if it's the best at like everything. It's just everybody flies it, and I want to be different. That's why I fly the Saber. But the Arrow is a great entry level, actually, honestly, any kind of level of combat, because one, on the pledge store, it is the cheapest light fighter you can get. Or no, I won't say cheapest, because technically the Tana is 65 bucks, but it's the cheapest light fighter you can get on the RSI pledge store. That's always available. There's also a starter package that comes with the Arrow. I don't recommend it for new players, because you're gonna learn the game in a light fighter where you can't really do much aside from shoot stuff. But you know, there's even a starter package for it, so it's just a solid choice. But I would recommend learning in a Gladius for combat. But Arrow does look cool, especially with the black paint. And then here we have the ship that needs no introduction. This is the Anvil Carrack. This thing, from what I hear, has been best in show for what, 3 years running, 4 years running, however long, basically since the things can't come out, if I'm wrong, saying that correctly. And I just got my own, and I call it the One Nut Expanse. It's a great little ship. You can log in and out on it. You can spawn in it as of right now. That'll probably change in the future, but right now it's got a med bed that you can use as a spawn point, which is great. It's got a good sized garage that you can fit an Ursa in it. It's also got a shuttle bay that you can put a Pisces in, or hell, a 100i in it, you know, depending on the ship. And it's also got 458 SCU. That's a guess. That's a guess. I know it's not as much as a Hercules, but I believe it's like 400 something of SCU. I think it's like 450 something. But I'm not going to walk all the way through it. It's a great ship. Everybody knows about this ship. For me, it just... the way it's shaped, it does kind of give me Rocinante vibes. That's why I named mine the One Nut Expanse, because of the Expanse on Amazon and the Rossi on the Expanse. So, and I'm going to be living out of it with my Fury. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. So... it's also a big boy, and that's probably the biggest ship I'm ever going to own. I know it will be the biggest ship I ever own. So, all right, let's go down to the holo tables and the ground vehicles down here. So down here we have the Ballista. That's just, you know, a ground vehicle that's got a bunch of torpedoes and missiles and stuff on it. They slap hard. If you get hit by it, oh, oops, that sucks. But I've taken 2 torpedoes from this. I don't know if... I think there's a size 7 torpedoes. I don't actually remember. I genuinely don't know. I know that's got size 5 torpedoes, and I think those are size 7 torpedoes. But I've gotten smacked with 2 of them torpedoes in my A2, trying to take back a landing, like an outpost. And I lived. I crash landed, but I lived. And over here, we have the Centurion. I think we also have the Spartan here as well. The Centurion is what I would actually prefer because it's got a hammerhead turret in the back. And I don't have to worry about running out of missiles really fast. So that's just what I prefer. And honestly, for quick kills, like, if I'm going to stay out and try to take down some air-to-air targets, like I've shot down a Gladius in the Centurion before. Like a player Gladius in the Centurion before. And that was awesome. But if I'm going to do like a quick response, like if me and my team are getting in and out in a spot, but I need some anti-air, I'm sticking 84Bs on that thing. Just for quick, done. You know, get the hell out of here. You're gone. Kind of thing. So, and then we have the Anvil Spartan here, which is just a troop transport APC. Really nice. Really nice. I actually like this thing a lot. But I don't have a whole lot of use for it as of right now. But if I had use for it, or I had a ship to store it, I would actually use the Spartan over the Ursa. That's just me, though. So let's go check out the holo tables. Man, Anvil's got a lot. Anvil's got a lot, and they got a lot of good shit. Okay, is this the Liberator? It's a Crucible. What is that? Oh, it's a heavy repair. The Anvil Crucible. Focus on heavy repair. A so-called flying toolbox. The Crucible is Anvil Aerospace's. Why am I being pushed? Can I read? Really? What the? Quit it! Let me restart. A so-called flying toolbox. The Crucible. What the? Stop it! I'm reading over here now. I swear to God, if I get pushed, I'm not going to read this shit no more. Alright. A so-called flying toolbox. The Anvil Crucible is Anvil Aerospace's first dedicated repair ship, featuring a rotating control bridge and a detachable pressurized workspace. That's so cool. The Crucible is a versatile mobile garage equipped with repair arms, a drone operations center, and all the equipment needed to overhaul a damaged craft back into fighting shape. That's cool. It looks cool too. Can I like, no? Okay. That's cool. Not something I personally own, but I mess with it. What do we have here? Oh, this is the Legionnaire. This I think was introduced during Invictus last year, when I was really looking for like a daily driver that I can use everything. And I almost bought into it. I almost did, but I didn't, because I didn't know what I could do with it. But this is basically a drop ship, but it's for it's focusing on boarding airlocks, which I think is really nice. So, the Anvil Legionnaire. From sorry, I just lost my focus. Anvil Aerospace, it focuses on boarding. When the operation calls for a hostile takeover of an enemy vehicle or station, the Anvil Legionnaire is ready to report for duty. With 8 drop seats, versatile docking options, and an advanced security infiltration system, even the most difficult of boarding actions is feasible with the Legionnaire in your fleet. It looks really cool. I don't think I'd ever personally own one, unless we absolutely needed it for the org, but other than that, like, it's cool, but I'd only actually buy it because of the loaner, because you get a hoplite for that. But, you know, I'd rather just keep the hoplite, so I'd probably just buy a hoplite. But if I'm going to buy a Banny, I'm going to buy the Harbinger or Sentinel. So let's move on. This is actually what I almost CCU'd my M2 to instead of the Carrack, but the Carrack is flyable, it's nameable, I know what I can do with it. But this is the Liberator. I believe this is supposed to be a transporter, and I was gonna take care of this because I would be able to keep my Vanny or my Saber on it, but it's got exterior landing pads which leave my ships vulnerable. I don't want to deal with that, so I decided against it. But it's the Anvil Liberator, focuses on transporting. The Anvil continues its tradition of excellence with the Liberator, an open air vehicle carrier designed with the same quantum drive and long distance capabilities of military spec carriers and Pathfinders, but tailored to the civilian market. The Liberator is an ideal carrier to put your fleet on the front line of any operation. So yeah, you can put like your light fighters or your medium fighters or whatever on it and transport those, like probably transport them to Pyro or whatever, but they're on exterior landing pads, and that's just, I want a hangar, not an exterior landing pad. So that's why I decided against it. So now we are going to go all the way over by the Hornets and the F8 Lightning and stuff like that. I'm just going to skip over there. So, all right, now we're back over by like the Hornets, the Valkyrie, and the Hurricane and stuff like that. We'll start with the Valkyrie, dead in the center. The Valkyrie is a ship I really like the aesthetic of. I like the idea of it. I don't like flying it. I just don't like flying it. I had one and it turned into my 600i. Let's just say that. No, I take that back. I had one, it turned into my Galaxy, which I eventually turned into a 600i because I didn't want to wait for the Galaxy anymore. I just don't want to wait for concept ships. That's why I don't have a whole lot of them. So, but either way, Valkyrie is a ship I like. I like the idea of. It's got a big bay in here where you can. I think you can fit a Spartan in here. I think. Don't, like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's got a lot of turrets, got a lot of jump seats. You can live in this thing if you really, really want to. It's just not something I like to fly every day, but it does remind me of a dropship out of Aliens, if that floats your boat. And then over here we have the F7 Hornet. This is basically the base Hornet, the Hornet that's out, everybody knows about right now. You got different variants of the Hornet. It's one of my favorite fighters in the game, next to the Saber, because of how many guns you can stick on it and how many different configurations I can have on it. It does kind of fly like crap in atmosphere, and it's also not the prettiest ship in the world. Oh, I'm hitting the frame stuff now. Come on, no. Come on. But it is a great ship, a great fighter, definitely. And honestly, we need more medium fighters in the game. We really do. We have the Hornets and the Saber. What else do we have? Like, really? Here is the F7A Mark II Hornet. This is the ship. I'm actually more excited about this than the F8 Lightning. Again, because I love the Hornet so much. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited about the F8 Lightning. I want an F8 Lightning. But I have not flown this ship because you cannot fly the ship. And in my opinion, it's got more, since it's got more of a simple look, I think it'll fit my needs and fit my taste a little bit more. But like, you have a size 4 hardpoint. Now this is the military version. I guarantee you, once we actually have these and are flyable, and we have the civilian version, these are probably going to get sized down. But we have, let's hope that's not the case, because we have two size 4 underneath each gun. I believe these are size 2s on this nose turret here, which is also not nearly as ugly as the nose turret on the base Hornet is. So I believe these are size 2s. Here's another size 4, and I believe those are size 3s up there, dude. So here, and it's, dude, it's got a better. Can I get in, please? Wait. Oh, you bitch. At least let me get in the seat. Thank you. Oh my god. What the freak? Cockpit is fantastic from what I see.
Anvil, Aerospace. All systems online.
Can I close it? Please close it. Where's... Close the canopy, please. Ah, come on. Either way, it's still got, like, the MFDs are a lot nicer. You still have the stick, like, right there, which I really, really like. Oh, there we go. Now it's closing. And just, like, look how nice that looks. I'm really, really excited about this ship. Really, really excited. I want to fly one really, really bad. So, if we start her up, do we see the weapons on it? Oh, no. We don't. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I really like the cockpit in this thing. But we won't be able to fly it until Squadron 42, I don't think. So, I believe those are Panthers up top. Yeah, those are definitely Panthers up top. I think these are Badgers, and then we have Revenants on the wings. So, can you imagine having Rhinos on the wings with Panthers up top, and then Badgers on the nose? Like, that's a lot of freaking firepower. A lot. I don't even see the missiles on this damn thing. But, let's see. Can we... No. Yeah, this ship is going to be awesome. Why are my two most anticipated fighters Anvil? F7A and the F8 Lightning. Alright. We got two ships left. I will start with the Hurricane. If my frames catch up. There we go. So this is the Anvil Hurricane. One of the heavy fighters in the game, but unfortunately now it gets overshadowed by the Scorpius. Right now it's basically the bad guy you fight in your VHRTs. You know, you see a Hurricane, you're like, take on that freaking Hurricane, you know. Hurricanes are the bad guy right now, at least how I see it. Anytime you want a dual seat heavy fighter now, that, you know, like, aside from the Vanguard because it's got an interior, like if you want a dual seat heavy fighter right now, it's pretty much, oh, I'm just gonna get a Scorpius, which sucks. I mean, and I get it because the Scorpius is a little bit more maneuverable, a little bit faster and stuff like that, and it's got a better missile payload for pilot DPS and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't think the Hurricane should be overshadowed as much from the Scorpius anymore, because honestly, there's something about the Hurricane I really, really like the look out of. It's a fun ship. I really like the MFDs. It's got a nice, simple cockpit. You can put 2 Rhinos on it for pilot DPS, and you have your buddy have four Panthers up there. It's just a fun ship to fly. It really is. It's got a very, very simple look. It's got an elegant look to it, in my opinion. And like, because of it shouldn't just be overshadowed just because the Scorpius is admittedly much, much better in almost every way than the Hurricane, but the Hurricane still needs its love because the Hurricane is a great ship either way. Like, if you told me that you chose the Hurricane over a Scorpius, I'd be like, good for you, that's awesome, I love your choice. You know, if you said, oh, I got the Scorpius instead of the Hurricane, I'm like, awesome, good for you, I like your choice. You know, I like both ships. I'm not gonna diss either one of them. I like both of them. So the Hurricane, I think, needs a little bit more time in the light again, just because the Scorpius is basically taking over its spotlight, unfortunately. And here is the F8 Lightning, another ship that we will not be able to really truly fly until Squadron 42 comes out. And this thing got a lot of guns too, but this is considered a heavy fighter. These are Panthers. This is an M5A. This is an M6A. I believe that's M5As up there as well. So we got 6 size 3 hardpoints and 2 size 4 hardpoints. I believe that's what that is. Now let's get in it and actually see Don't even have audio on this damn thing. It's got a great cockpit, let's be honest. That doesn't even tell me the guns. It's got a great cockpit and it looks really, really nice. It's just, I don't know. Now, I think it's because I've flown it now. And I'm like, oh yeah, this ship's awesome. Like, look, the guns are flipped, so the guns are weird. Yeah, those are I think those are Actually, I think those are M6As. M5A, M6As. No, those are M5As. There's 2 M5As. We got M6As in the wings and an M5 and M5As on the wings, and then we have 2 Panthers underneath. But yeah, I think it's because I've flown it. Because Dart stole one for me a few times, and I've flown it, and I've had fun with it. And I think the mystery behind it for me is gone because of that. I'm still curious to see how it's going to perform when you change all weapons on it. I'm not going to do the whole tractor beam stuff because of 319, because that's just the whole spiel. I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to wait until I have my own to swap loadouts on it. But I think once I'm able to switch weapons on it, just change things out, put my own skins on it and stuff like that, I think it'll really, really be my favorite ship, to be completely honest with you. But as of right now, since the mystery's gone, I'm looking forward to the F7A Hornet a little bit more. But let's hop on out and wrap up. But that is Anvil Day. Anvil and Aegis for me are hand in hand. I just basically the reason why I say I prefer Aegis over Anvils, because my entire hangar, except for like 2 ships, are Aegis. So to be honest with you, I like Anvil almost as much as Aegis, just not as much as Aegis. But Anvil is still a great manufacturer and one of my favorites in the game. Right now, it's going... Right now, my favorites are Aegis, Anvil, RSI, and Crusader, if you are curious about my favorite manufacturers right now. But that is the 3rd event for Invictus Anvil Days for the 23rd and the 24th when we come back. It's going to be Smorgasbord Day with like 5 different manufacturers, and that should be interesting. RSI is there, so I'm really excited about that. And then we have Defense Con or Drake Day afterwards. So, and yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. I'm also going to remind you guys again, I don't want to be this guy, but like 83% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So if you are enjoying this content, please remember to hit that subscribe button. I got a goal, man. I got a goal I want to reach. And if we hit that goal, we hit 10,000 by January 1st, 2024, I will do my first ship giveaway. So remember, just hit that subscribe button. But either way, I will see you guys in the next video and around the verse. Alrighty? Have a good one.